Welcome to this short presentation introducing the workshop, the Art, Science, Skill of Facilitation, which is going to take place at the Earned Value Conference on the 18th to the 22nd of May 2014. This is a workshop that I'll be running on the Monday, and then there'll be a masterclass on the Thursday, and you're welcome to attend and come along to the conference. At the centre of this approach to facilitation is what's called the process iceberg meeting model, which sets the parameters for a facilitator to work. And I'll be going through a couple of slides just to give you an introduction to the workshop and show you how the process iceberg works. And it's part of delivering effective facilitation to any group that's trying to achieve an outcome. The heart of the process iceberg methodology is the process iceberg meeting model, which is hierarchical, sequential and interdependent. And the facilitator works with the task leader to ensure a clarity of the objectives, then to design an effective process with the format and right tools to deliver on that objective, and also pays attention to the communications and interpersonal interactions and balances the different preferences and roles of the people in the workshop so that the emotions are neutral throughout. The relationship between the task, what we're going to do, and the process, how we're going to do it, is symbiotic. We need to understand clearly what the task is going to be, and then the facilitator has to design an effective process to deliver that. Therefore, we're thinking of two things. In red, we're thinking about the task issues, and in green, we're thinking about what the process and format method is going to be. This symbiotic relationship between the task and the process is so important, and it's the facilitator's job to find the right format and technique and attach that, as it were, to the task so that the group can achieve the outcome, move on to the next task. The facilitator then provides the most appropriate format and technique again to deliver that. That outcome leads to the next task, and so on as the facilitator provides the right format, chooses the right tool or technique. The group keeps moving forward until ultimately it achieves the objective, and the facilitator has provided the process for them to do this. One of the most important skills of a facilitator is to, what I call, hear the process words. Their responsibility is to connect with the task by finding the right format and tool or technique to achieve the outcome. And that may be designed before the workshop or may have to be done live as the workshop is progressing. So the facilitator hears the words, the task words that the group is saying, and immediately knows what tool, technique and what format to use. And this skill, which is an art form and is an expertise, is essential for the facilitator to have. Selecting the right technique, tool or even model for the group to use to achieve an outcome is essential for the facilitator. We've said that. And finding the right one or the best one relates to three dimensions. It relates to the scope. How narrow is the scope of the issue being explored or the solution being sought? Is it narrow or is it open-ended? Are we dealing with something very precise, or are we dealing with something that could go very broad in its scope? Is our thinking convergent or divergent? Are we moving out to find more options, or are we moving in to narrow down our thinking? And finally, is this certain? Do we know the question and do we know the answer? Or is it uncertain? Do we not even know the issue yet that we're dealing with? And when the facilitators thought about those three dimensions, it's easier for them to find the right tool. And in this workshop we'll be exploring this and looking at the range of tools and techniques and models there are, and identifying which one goes where in our thinking. My book, An Art, Science, Skill, or All Three, which describes facilitation and the methodology, will be available at the conference, as will the manual that I've written, which contains a wide range of models, tools and techniques for effective group working. So I look forward to seeing you at the conference, hopefully in the workshops or the masterclass, and certainly at the session that I'll be running on effective decision making. See you there.